Hi everyone, happy December. I can't believe that it's December. Time has flown, this year has absolutely flown by. Like, I just cannot believe it. But I'm super excited to talk about our December TBR today. Now, I'm still at my mom's house in Ohio, so I'm not at my house in Boston. It's like I don't have my bookshelf. I don't have all of my stuff because I'm gonna be here through Christmas. So I went out and I did a little shopping for some books. My list isn't as big as it was in November. I definitely overshot November TBR. I did good. I'm going to cover that in my next video, so you'll see it when I post it, because I'm going to post my November TBR next week, or my reading wrap-up, not TBR. But I'm still happy with how November went. Like, I read a good amount of books. For how busy I was, I have to remember that, like I just said, it is busy season. It's holiday season, so I actually have things to do. I can't just sit around and read 24/7. And sometimes it's harder for me to read here just because my dog's a factor. There's other people around me. It's hard for me sometimes, so. But I've still done a good job. But with all of that being said, I am so excited for December. I feel like I've picked some lighter reads this month, plus one that I've carried over from November that I still want to read, but part of me doesn't even want to say it because, like, what if I don't get to it again? So whatever happens. And then I'm sure as time goes on, I will get some more books, and then for Christmas, I'm sure I'm gonna get a few books. So maybe those I'll read in the month. But another thing that I think I did wrong in November was I almost set up like a TBR, and that was like the only thing I could pick from for the whole month. So I think that kind of going down to, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 books sitting here. I think that gives me a little leeway to like pick up another book if I get excited for something that's not on my list. So it gives me some room to like play around with stuff, you know, and be happy with my picks, if that makes sense. So I definitely felt like I was stuck to the 10 or 9 or 10 I'd chosen last month. And I had forgot that Brimstone was coming out, so that was another thing. And then now that I'm sitting here, I think that Rena Kent's new book just came out. Give me one moment. Rena Kent, let's see. Because I at least thought, Sweet Venom just came out. You're joking. So maybe we have to go to Barnes & Noble tonight. I totally forgot. Oh. Look at that. See, so the reason I thought about this is because last month, Brimstone came out, and I totally forgot that it was coming out when I did my TBR. So therefore, I didn't put it in my TBR. So, throwing my phone. Sweet Venom. This is the second one. I don't remember what the series is called. Hold on, give me 1 minute. Sweet Venom. Did I just say that? Sweet Venom. I'm having a moment. So, Beautiful Venom? Why am I having a moment? Rena Kent came out with Beautiful Venom. Yes. Beautiful Venom. I think it's hockey. Why am I having a moment? It's hockey. And the next one just came out today. I just had a total moment. What is wrong with me? Okay, as I was saying, I had a total moment there. So I had to regroup. Beautiful Venom, that came out, I don't even remember at this point, months and months ago now. And her next book, Sweet Venom, just came out today. I have such a bad habit of forgetting that books are coming out, which that doesn't make any sense. I usually write them down in my calendar. So I usually sit in front of my calendar every day, but since I'm not in my usual work at home spot, I don't have it in front of me. And I saw December 2nd, and it like clocked with me that, oh, I think Sweet Venom just came out today. The reason I'm saying this is because last month when I did my November TBR, I forgot that Brimstone was coming out. So I didn't add that to my TBR. I did end up reading it, so I'm excited to talk about that, which I think I've already mentioned it in a couple of vlogs that I'm just like excited to talk about it. So yeah, Sweet Venom's coming out today. So that might be something I'll add on my list. Maybe when I go to the store tonight, I will show you when I get the copy. Because you know what? I think I'm going to go get it. And I have such a bad habit that I need the Barnes & Noble exclusive because I have, the first one is at Barnes & Noble. So like they've got to match. I have a problem with that. It can't. So yeah, with that being said, we're probably going to add Sweet Venom to this list. So I'll have 6 books. And that'll be interesting because I have another Rena Kent book for this month. But all right, let's start. Let's get into my December TBR. The first book that I picked is A Dark Forgetting by Kristen Ciccarelli. Now, I really enjoyed the Rebel Witch series, or the Crimson Moth. Rebel Witch is the first one, I'm pretty sure. I read it a little while ago, but I enjoyed her stuff a lot. And I am not a big young adult person, which I think we've already talked about and established on this channel. For me, young adult's just like really hard for me to get into. It has to be like perfect. Like Shatter Me series, I just couldn't get into it. And I don't know if it's the dystopian element with that, but I don't know. I like the details with adult novels and the intimacy. Like, I need that kind of thing. I don't need it, but I want it. Like, I just want it for it to be really good for me and for me to connect to it. So, but I did get this. I'm excited. I think I really like her writing, and I feel like this will be a quickie. So this, let's see, the epic love story of a magical girl, the boy she left behind, and a deadly curse. So no matter how far she runs, the force always comes for Emmeline, haunting her with its mysterious disappearances and its tale of fae magic. When her grandfather goes missing, Emmeline is forced to venture into the woods to save him. There, Hawthorne Fell, a handsome and brooding tithe collector, brutally tries to dissuade her from searching, even as a magnetic spark ignites between them. Undeterred, Emmeline enters the court of the fabled Wood King, and makes a deal, her voice for her grandfather's freedom. Little does she know she stumbled into a curse that threatens the very existence of this eerie world where she's now trapped. To survive, she'll need to team up with fiery yet secretive Hawthorne. If she fails, she'll lose everything she holds dear. Devastating and romantic. In Kristen Ciccarelli's Dark Forgetting, everything has a cost. I'm excited for this, and I think this is a standalone. Let me just check Goodreads to see, because I have such a love-hate with standalones because they move so fast, but at the same time, like, it's nice to have a standalone every once in a while because then you don't have to, like, worry about the rest of the series and you have to read 10 books. Yes, this is a standalone. So that's exciting. But yeah, I like Kristen's writing. I love the Crimson Moth series. So I'm really excited for this. And I think it'll just be a good, like, I don't want to say easy fantasy read, but that's probably what it's going to be. And sometimes that's just refreshing. So yeah, excited about this. And I do think that this book is really pretty. Like, this detail is really pretty. And let me just tell you, it has some of my favorite stuff. That being details on the pages. I've talked about this before. I love books with details on the pages. It just adds a whole different element to me, and it makes it look just 10 times more beautiful. So yeah, okay, that's the first one. The next one, Rena Kent, Kiss the Villain. Now, I am reading this with my sister, so I'm trying to get my sister more into reading as a whole. So she's a little unhinged. So I said, let's read some dark romance. And we were at the store the one day, and I decided, like, I showed her, you know, at Barnes & Noble, the, like, dark romance table. So this was the one she picked. And this is an romance, which I'm really excited about, which I've only ever read one before, which was God of Fury, another Rena Kent, and I absolutely loved it. I have seen mixed reviews on this, so I'm kind of excited to see it. These, for me, are such quick reads, so I'm excited. I do like Rena Kent. I really want to read the Kentiverse, if you will, so I eventually will get to it. Oh, and we've got artwork, everybody. Love some artwork, but yeah. I also bought her for her birthday. I bought her God of Malice. So I want to get her into the Legacy of God series because I personally love the Legacy of God series. So hopefully she'll love it too. So yeah, this is romance. I think, is it? I'm just seeing if it is like, and have any sports, or is it like mafia again? It says darkness meets a darker soul. A genius law student. Okay. He's the golden boy. But he has the urge to set the world on fire. All right. A criminal who's teaching a criminal. Oh, okay. So we've got this looks like teacher student. We could get into that. So yeah, that's 2. And of course, beautiful. We love a sprayed edge. I think those are my only, oh no, they're not. I thought those were my only 2 sprayed edges for the month. This next one. Now, this was kind of recommended to me by a friend, but I also had been seeing a bunch of stuff about it. I picked up The Second Death of Locke or Lockie. I don't know for sure how we are going to pronounce it, but I've heard such good things about this. And then I was in Buffalo a couple weeks ago, and I was in a, a independent bookstore, Afterglow. If you're in Buffalo, New York, cutest spot ever, definitely go to Afterglow. But she had some signed copies. So I will show you that. I picked it up because I was like, you know what, that's my sign. I've heard that there is a crazy amount of yearning, first of all, which give me that. And other than that, I have just seen some crazy good ratings on this book. So it says live. I was about to say live, laugh, love. Love, loyalty, and sacrifice. It says Gray Flynn has dedicated her life to her mage, Kier. She will be his blade on the battlefield, his healer and protector. The deep well of raw power inside her is Kier's to weld. They are bound together by blood and magic, but there is one truth Gray dare not reveal, not even to Kier. When a quest to protect the child of an enemy kingdom pulls them into a dangerous mission, Gray will need to decide what she's willing to sacrifice to protect her secret. Ew, for Gray, it's no ordinary magic well, and if she dies, all magic dies with her. So I'm excited for this. I also think that this is a standalone. I've got to check. And I don't know. I just feel like for December, I need the standalones. Okay, that just sounded weird in my head. I need the standalones because, why is this not showing up? We're wrapping up the year, so I don't really want to go into the year with any unfinished. Oh my gosh, I lied. It's the first one. Damn. Okay, well, I'm gonna just eat my words because now that I'm thinking about it, I do have series that are unfinished because the books just haven't come out yet. So I guess that doesn't count, but I would like to have like books in my list. I would like to have books or series that are not finished, done, but they're not finished because the book hasn't come out yet. That was a jumble, but I'm excited about this. I think that this will be good. It looks like the second one doesn't come out until 2026. So, but yeah, I've heard really good things about this, and I need some yearning. I need men who yearn. That is what I crave. Okay. So, yeah, The Second Death of Locke or Lockie, however we're going to say it. Okay. The next few, which I am honestly very excited about because I have not really ever... I've done like the mood reads, like romance reads, but I haven't really done any Christmas reads. So I picked up a couple Christmas romances. The first being Good Spirits. Now, I was drawn to this by this beautiful spine, and then I thought it just like looked different. For those of you who have not heard of this, it says he's the ghost of Christmas past, and she's not exactly Scrooge. The ghost of Christmas past, Nolan Callahan intends to spend his holiday haunting like every other. Get in, get out, return to his otherwise aimless existence as a ghost awaiting the afterlife. But when he's faced with Harriet York, the sweetest assignment he's ever had, he finally finds himself wishing for a future. Harriet York has no idea why she's being haunted. She's a good person, or at least she tries to be. A people pleaser to her core. She doesn't always expect it. Excuse me. Oh my god. A people pleaser to her core, she always does what's expected of her, but as she and Nolan begin to examine her past, they discover there are threads that bind them together and realize there might be more to moving than expected. With the deadline of Christmas Eve's past fast approaching, they will find the key to their future in each other's past, or will they stay firmly in the present? So, I don't know. It's probably going to be, like, silly, but I've also seen good things about it. And how can you pass up? Like, this is an adorable book. I'm also being harassed over here. Howie is biting me. Howie wants to say hi. Howie is getting a Christmas harness because he's still wearing his, like, Thanksgiving-y fall. Hi. He wants something from me? Okay, thank you. You want to say hi? Look, okay. You want to say hi? Now he's like, no more books. You don't pay attention to me, you just read your books. Okay, we've got a wild child. Hopefully he lets me finish this before he starts acting out. But yeah, I definitely am excited about this. I've seen a lot about it. I've actually heard good things about BK Borison too. So I have another one of hers back at home, First Time Caller, that I started, but I never finished. But it wasn't like I got halfway through. I think I only got like 15 pages into it, and then I just don't think it was the right time. I do really believe in right book, wrong time. So yeah, I think it was just one of those, like, it could have been good, but I just wasn't in the right mind frame for it. So I am excited about this. I think it'll be cute. It'll be an easy, quick read, which, I don't know, like I said, I think for December, I just kind of want those easy, quick reads. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this. So my reading goal for the year is $100. I think I'm at 91 right now. So I have like 9 books I've got to read in the month of December, clearly. So with this, I'd be what, at 92, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need like 4 more books. But I think, like I said, now that I just have these set, I can kind of read whatever I want after that. Instead of having like a set, you have to read this. So that's probably what I'll do. Oh, and then I'll have 3 more because I do want to read Sweet Venom. Okay. So putting that one aside. And then the last one that I picked up is Holiday Ever After. Now, I actually have not read any Hannah Grace yet. I have heard of Icebreaker. I've heard good things. But this is just another Christmas cutie, Christmas feel-good read. Essentially, let me just read this real quick. You don't have to listen to it. Looks like the female main character, Clara, her family has a toy business, and then the guy is going to be the broody, Scrooge-like guy, and has to win the community area. Yep. So he basically hates Christmas. She doesn't. She has a Christmas toy business. Obviously, we know they're going to fall in love, but I don't know, I just was excited for some Christmas romance reads because, like, this is the time of the year to be happy and excited, so, and just, like, feel good. Like, this is the time of the year that you want to feel good. So those are my ones that I feel like I definitely, I'm set that I would like to finish this month. And then I do have like almost like an honorable mention. So this is one of the books I did not get to last month, and it is Fairytale. I really, 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 really want to read this book. For some reason, I need the time. Like, not the time, I just, like, it needs to feel right. I need to be ready. Of course, my dog is chewing on my pants. I need to just, like, feel like it's the right time and be ready to be invested in this because this is a big book. And I don't know, there's just this thing about being ready for it and being in the right setting for it and like ready to just read it. So I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at with it, but this is like my honorable mention. If I get to it, good for me. If not, I'm not gonna be mad at myself and I'll read it next year. So that's definitely where I'm at with my December TBR. I keep doing this, I keep switching them. There was one book I also had for my December TBR, but I couldn't wait. So I read it the last day of November. It's different this time, which I cannot wait to talk about that book in my November reading wrap up because it was so good. It was so good. But yeah, so this is my November, I did it again. This is my December reading wrap up. Cut. So this is my November TBR. Hopefully we can get to it, add Sweet Venom on here. Hopefully I can insert, or I already have inserted those clips of me going to get it later. But yeah, have a happy first week of December, and or if you're watching this later, hopefully your December is going great. If you're here, thank you so much for being here. This is just a blast for me. I love doing this when I can, and hopefully December I can be a little bit more consistent with posting because November was not that great for me. So that's another goal we can try to hit this December together. But yeah, thank you for being here, and I will see you next week for our November reading wrap up. Bye guys.